Shu. Not Shu that I talked about yesterday. I know. I talked about a lot of fucking characters in the past couple days, y'all. But this Shu is one of Ryzen's old buddies and shit from back in the day. Yusuke saw him. They approached, you know, Ryzen's camp, and he was like, he was my friend. They were drinking, they started crying, they started, partying. But then, Enki was like, yo, shoot our energy out and let these, other demons know we're still like live and shit. And then they were like, boom, he shoots his energy out, and everybody hears that shit too, right? But then they go into the tournament. Shu beats everybody in his block. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody that was the upper echelons of the demon world, they defeated everybody in their blocks, like, real quick. Like, no contest. Like, there was no fucking difficulty for them. Then in the, like, actual rounds, right, he fought against Kotetsu, eventually. Or, not Kotetsu, Soketsu. He fought against Soketsu. And Soketsu was, he was doing all right against Soketsu. They're buddies and pals, and they fought against each other on many occasions. So, like, they were fighting. And he's like, we have to take it up a notch. We're kind of, like, fucking around. We're not actually fighting each other. I want to see if I can beat you at full power and shit, Kotetsu or Soketsu says. And he's like, yeah, sure, we can do that. And they ended up fighting, like, hitting each other and shit, like. But I'm pretty sure it was Soketsu who won that. But, like, if you want to, challenge the Green Angel on that shit, you can if you want to, because, like, it's not shown who won. But I'm pretty sure it was Soketsu, But Shu was there. He was giving him, like, a high diff fight, an extreme diff battle, in the tournament. So Shu, this guy, not the guy I was talking about yesterday, that's from Dragon Ball Z, that's a weak ass animal. But this animal is actually kind of powerful. Or not kind of, but it is. Strength is a 96%. Speed is a 96%. 95 for his durability, and a 94 for his endurance, with a 93 for his intelligence, and a 95 for his experience. A 94 for his close skills, and a 92 for his range skills. Nope. 92 for his recoup, and a 93 for his hacks. 94 for his overall power score for Shu. He's like one of the better ones in the group. He's kind of one of the better ones in the group. But be cool on the corner, because I Shu from that group that really was friends with Rising. But be cool on the corner.